Democrats. You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made.
So she's telling you exactly what they're doing. So I'm going to talk about this Trump raid again a little bit, because the more you see, the more you read, the more ridiculous it gets. Obviously, this is nothing more than a smear campaign, because as everyone knows, or most people should know, in any poll, Trump is a front runner for president in 2024, and the Democrats can't have that, don't want that, and will do anything in their power to eliminate him from contention in 2024. It seems funny that the raid took place some 2 months after Trump and his attorneys met with the feds at Mar-a-Lago. They went over a bunch of information saying that he may have had this or may have had that. And his attorneys have said that they could have taken any documents they wanted, but they weren't interested in taking anything the time they met with him. So they wait, and they don't do it on a Friday. They don't do it on a Saturday or a Sunday. They do it on a Monday morning, an early Monday morning, because they know all the media companies, all the CNNs and MSNBCs and all the ones who like to push the propaganda would pick it up, and they would show it non-stop, day in and day out, for the entire week and beyond. They're trying to stop anyone aligned with Trump from getting elected into office, whether it's Congress, a local election, a governor, a local rep or senator. They do not want anyone aligned with Trump elected to office. So this raid was for the purpose of stopping Trump from running in 2024 and stopping any candidate he backs from being elected. They said they took records that were classified, top secret, that should have been in the National Archives. Again, all those records could have been taken by the feds when they met with Trump at Mar-a-Lago 2 months before this raid. But they chose again to wait and make a big production out of it so all the world could see, oh shit, look at Donald Trump. What the hell did he do? They claim he may or may not have had nuclear records, nuclear codes, basically trying to charge him with espionage, if you ask me. They want people to think that this man is nothing but a traitor. He was in the White House for 4 years for his own personal business, and in turn he was going to go against the United States of America when he left office. Again, it's bullshit. It's nothing but a political smear campaign by the Democrats, who have been running scared since Joe Biden started fucking up the country the minute he rose his right hand and allegedly took office. All it is a game to tarnish a man who, in my opinion, had the country on the right track when he was president. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I was never a big Trump fan, but what he was doing had our country in the direction it should be going. But I have to mention Hillary Clinton for a moment, because when she was Secretary of State, and it was found out that she had a private server in her residence where she was receiving classified information, nothing was done about it. The government wasn't involved in it. Apparently, it wasn't even, no one even knew, other than Hillary and whoever she was getting these classified documents from. And when it came to light, what did they do? When it came to light during the election, what did she do? She destroyed, deleted over 30,000 emails. And from what I could find, apparently the servers were literally destroyed, smashed, broken to pieces, so nothing could be pulled from them if in fact they were impounded. But nothing was done to her. They just let it go. It was all bullshit. She never had them because all the information that was coming out about them was all wrong. Trump was making it all up. These Democrats do nothing wrong. Trump cooperated every step of the way with the federal government, and they still chose to execute a bullshit search warrant on his private residence, just so the American people could see and hopefully think that this man is nothing but a criminal. I don't understand why they just can't deal with the fact that someone is better than someone. Everyone is better than Joe Biden. Why can't they deal with the fact that there's going to be an election and may the best man or woman win? Hillary Clinton got trounced because we all know she's a criminal. She's always been along with her husband while he was getting blowjobs in the Oval Office by Monica Lewinsky. These people are no good. They were aligned with Jeffrey Epstein, and although we've seen photos of Trump with Epstein, my point is Epstein was a criminal, and the Clintons were on that island more than anybody, especially Bill Clinton. They need something to try to put Donald Trump in the back of the bus so people will think he is dirty, he's corrupt, he's filthy, he should not be in the White House. And if in fact he had all these records, nuclear documents, top secret information, what was he going to do? Sell them to a foreign country? The man is a billionaire. He's been a billionaire most of his adult life. So what's he going to do? Sell them? He doesn't need the money. He's got no motivation to sell them because it's all bullshit. Nancy Pelosi told you and us in that clip in the beginning of this video, it's a smear campaign. They put out information smearing someone's name, tarnishing their reputation, and then they rewrite it and they make sure the media picks it up and they run with it. That's how these Democrats win elections if they're not stealing the elections. That's why they want online voting and mail ballots, because they can't win an election on their own, especially when they're going against someone strong. They've proven it over and over again that they do nothing for this country but make it worse, make us broke. That's what they've been doing since 2020, and this ridiculous Inflation Reduction Act that they just passed is only going to hurt our pockets even more. But they're hoping that something like that will make people think, wow, look, they're trying to fight inflation. They're trying to fight high prices. And if you notice, all of a sudden, gas prices have been coming down. Some just above $4. I haven't seen under $4 yet. But a few months ago, Biden said, I have no control over gas prices. But the closer we get to November, you notice, right? The prices have been coming down, but he had no control. That's just another lie coming out of the White House because they want people to think now that they're doing something good, when in turn, they had control all along. But they chose not to do it because they want the American people to suffer, so then they can come back and say, look what we did, we rescued you. Well, quite frankly, Donald Trump was rescuing Americans when he was in the White House. He was dealing with foreign countries and foreign dictators the way they should have been dealt with, not pussyfooting along like Joe Biden and doing nothing while his son is making criminal, illegal dealings in foreign countries to make money for the Joe Biden crime family. That's what Biden's doing. Trump was dealing with them. The country right now is a laughingstock because of Joe Biden, and any dictator in any strong foreign country is looking at the United States and laughing and knowing that Joe Biden is weak. They know they have more information on him and his kid, and if the information gets out, Biden and the rest of his family are going to prison. But they want to put Donald Trump in prison because they don't have anything else. They need to keep all the dirty secrets about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and Biden's sister and brother and whoever else are involved in their crime family. They want to keep that all quiet so they don't spend the rest of their lives in prison. So what do? They get a warrant signed by a judge who recused himself when Trump was going after Hillary Clinton because the judge himself is a criminal. The judge himself is aligned with Jeffrey Epstein. He represented employees of Jeffrey Epstein. The whole thing is connected. It's all a dirty Democratic ploy to make the American people think that Donald Trump is nothing but a criminal. And quite frankly, it's bullshit. They will stop at nothing to make sure a guy like Trump never gets in the White House again, because if he does, and if the Republicans take over the Congress, they know they are in deep shit. The investigations are going to start, and if you think you saw bullshit investigations now, like the January 6th hearings, you haven't seen anything yet. These Democrats are going to be in the deepest shit they've ever been in their life, and they know it. And that's why they're doing what they're doing today. They're trying to discredit a former president for doing good for our country because they know if he gets back in, they're all done. They're probably all done in November anyways. But if someone like Trump gets in the White House again, and if it's not him, I'd love to see Ron DeSantis. But these dirty Democrats know that all the criminal acts that they've been pulling over the years in Congress are all going to come to light, and they're all going to have to answer for it. And they don't know what to do. They're running scared, they're shitting their pants, and in turn, Joe Biden uses the federal government, the FBI, as his own personal hit squad to go after a former president to supposedly search for top secret records and documents that he took illegally from the White House. It's nothing but bullshit. People need to wake the fuck up and realize that these people are dirty, rotten criminals. That's all they are. That's all they have ever been. And Nancy Pelosi is the leader in the House. Chuck Schumer is the leader in the Senate. And old sleepy Joe Biden is the boss of bosses. He makes the calls. He made the call to do the raid on Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Merrick Garland didn't give the okay. That's bullshit. You could not pull a raid like that on a former president without the current president giving you the green light. Garland is taking the heat for Biden while he's on his family vacation with the international criminal and Dr. Jill, the English professor, who, by the way, Whoopi Goldberg thinks should be the Surgeon General. That's how fucked up these people are. Everything they do, everything they say is absolute nonsense. They all need to be removed from office and sent on their merry way, hopefully to a federal prison for the rest of their lives, because that's where they belong. And that's it. If you haven't already liked this video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Share my videos with anyone and everyone and as many people as you can. I'd really appreciate that. I hope everybody's healthy and safe, and I'll see you real soon with something else. Because the speed is picking up now. This thing is picking up speed. The bullshit keeps coming and coming and coming, and it's got to stop somewhere. Hopefully it stops on Joe Biden's doorstep, where they take him away in handcuffs with the rest of his regime. Because that's the best thing that could happen to our country, is getting rid of these people. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon.